In this section of the DVD, we will provide answers to certain questions we feel teachers may have about the Archdiocese of New York's transition to the Common Core. What is the Archdiocese of New York timeline for Common Core adoption?
The Common Core standards will be in place as foundations for instruction in ELA and math for grades K to 8 in the fall of 2012.
What are the expectations for use of the materials and unit plans being provided in ELA and math?
During this transition year, teachers will be asked to use materials provided as a framework for structuring the delivery of ELA and math instruction. We encourage teachers to take the time to integrate their instruction across discipline and among colleagues. The Common Core is structured to give teachers permission to be creative and engage students in deep levels of understanding.
What are the expectations for other content area teachers?
Other content area teachers will continue to use the essential learnings as the foundation for instruction. However, each unit plan includes a set of activities for how this unit can tie to other topics students at this grade level study in science, social studies, art, music, and religion. This section is meant to encourage all teachers to collaborate in an effort to create more comprehensive and cohesive experiences for the students we share. In addition to careful planning of the learning experiences for students, teachers are encouraged to plan in advance for accountability and assessment of student learning. By considering these pieces in advance, teachers collaborating across disciplines can use a singular experience for students to assess multiple learning objectives.
Do teachers have flexibility for the timeline of the units?
Yes. The Year at a Glance is a suggested pacing guide for standards and units that might be taught within a broad time frame. The Year at a Glance is flexible so that teachers can respond appropriately to learning needs of their students. Teachers do not need to be worried about completing the mastery of a standard or finishing a particular unit at the exact time it appears on the Year at a Glance or to coincide perfectly with a marking period on the report card.
What types of ongoing professional development will teachers receive?
We understand that this will be a new approach to planning and instruction for many, so during this transition year, we will be providing opportunities throughout the year for teachers to engage in professional development and learning within grade-level groupings across the Archdiocese.
Will the use of the unit plans be reflected in teacher evaluations?
The use of the unit plans will not be reflected in teacher evaluations.
How should teachers incorporate their current series or textbooks?
The intention is not to eliminate anything that is currently working. Teachers should continue to use current instructional resources as appropriate to teach and assess specific skills and knowledge. Teachers should integrate and use resources as appropriate to meet the goals and objectives of the unit. Suggestions for additional resources and materials are found within the unit plans.
Do these unit plans constitute a scripted program? Is there any room for creativity?
Teachers need to use the unit plans as a framework of suggested activities to achieve the standards and learning outcomes for students. Within that framework, there remains plenty of room for explicit skill instruction, grammar and language instruction, formal reading and math instruction, and teacher flexibility and creativity. Teachers are encouraged to be creative in the lesson planning and implementation strategies.
Are teachers required to complete all the activities and assessments in each unit?
No, the overall goal is to provide students with rigorous and relevant opportunities to investigate, research, write, read, speak, listen, learn, and discuss the content, skills, and concepts. The activities and assessments in the unit are suggestions that align the chosen standards. Teachers should choose appropriate activities and assessments, as well as integrating other available resources.
What is going to be the summative assessment for students aligned to the Common Core? When will it be administered?
Summative assessments for the Common Core will be administered in the Archdiocese of New York during the spring of 2015. Over the next 2 years, the New York State Department of Ed will be administering exams. To date, there has been no explicit direction as to what these interim exams will look like from the state, although we know they will be longer and aligned to the Common Core learning expectations.
Should teachers continue to use traditional tests and quizzes?
Yes, traditional quizzes, tests, midterms, and end-of-term assessments can still be used as part of a balanced assessment of student understanding. However, as we transition to Common Core, teachers should be constructing these exams with more rigor and requiring more than recall or practicing skills. Even traditional tests can ask children to create and respond to more cognitively engaging and challenging tasks.
What alternative summative and formative assessments should teachers be using?
Suggested types of assessment are included in the unit plans. Teachers should be using a variety of traditional and alternative assessments to determine students' mastery of skills and their application of knowledge in real-world situations.
How will interdisciplinary instruction be reflected on the current report card?
Discrete grades for each of the content areas will still be required. Interdisciplinary instruction and alternative assessments should be designed with specific criteria and achievement levels graded in alignment with instructional goals. Teachers are encouraged to plan in advance for accountability and assessment of student learning. By considering these pieces in advance, teachers collaborating across disciplines can use a singular experience for students to assess multiple learning objectives.